we're gonna start with 2 eggs here.
Okay.
And here we have some lemon zest and sugar combined already. So if you're ever using lemon zest and sugar at home, it's very, well, it's not important, but it's very helpful and it'll make a big difference to your dessert if you rub it into the sugar. It helps release all those oils.
It's true. You want your sugar to almost look yellow, like or if you're using orange, that orange color, because it gets all those oils in that sugar. So now the sugar tastes like lemon, so that flavor goes throughout.
100%.
All right, is that gonna go in?
Yeah, you can dump that all in.
Perfect.
And we are gonna whip this at high speed. Okay. Straight to the high speed.
Right on.
We want to whip up some of these eggs. Now, you don't have to whip up these eggs if you're at home. You can do this without whipping the eggs.
Okay.
I like to whip the eggs because the whipped eggs give your cake a little bit more of a fluffy texture.
Nice.
Right. I like that instead of just relying on baking powder.
Yeah.
It's a lovely little thing to do if you have the time.
A little more airing towards chiffon-y.
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
So next, we're going to have all of our dry ingredients.
Now I love this. This is making like a nice, reasonable sized cake.
Yes.
Yes, a nice little cake, you know?
Or portion controls.
Yeah.
Portion control.
Cake for 4. Yeah.
We have baking soda here. Okay, so that was cake flour, baking soda, baking powder.
Perfect.
And just some salt. And if you'll help me sift that
For sure.
together.
Perfect.
And then finally on the liquid ingredients, we have our yogurt, which we're gonna use about 100 grams, about a half cup of it here.
Okay.
Look at that beautiful, creamy Balkan-style yogurt from Astro.
Love that.
And we're gonna be mixing that together with our olive oil. You can use extra virgin, you can use light olive oil, just depends on you. If you like the olive flavor, I think it goes lovely with the lemon.
I love the
Feel free to
olive
use extra
flavor.
virgin.
The olive oil flavor, I will say, if you do eat this batter, if you're a batter eater like me, it will taste very olive oily.
Yeah.
But then once you bake it, it mellows out and gets so nice.
100%.
Yes.
100%. A little bit of lemon juice, and then if you will help me stir all of our liquid ingredients
Let's do
together.
it. Let's do it. Here, I'm going to steal a whisk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Use the whisk.
Okay.
I'll do that.
All right, can you see these eggs, though? 2
You see
eggs.
how fluffy and beautiful it's getting?
It's like a cloud.
And it's going to make your cake so much lighter and so much fluffier. And it doesn't take very long at all. Just have it on high speed for a couple of minutes while you're getting everything else prepared.
Perfect.
Okay, so dry ingredients, wet ingredients. We're gonna give this a light stir. Try not to overwork it because we don't want too much gluten development with that flour.
Yeah.
And then now, cut this off.
This is one of my favorite things to do. Whipping eggs with sugar, you get the most glorious, it's a dream. The ribbons.
Right. Look at that.
Yeah. Like, look at that.
All of that air. And all of that air is just gonna lighten up the cake.
Do you know what also I really like? That sound, very calming to me. You're just like, I can't hear the world. The mixer sound, it's so steady and you're just like, I don't know what's going on, but that's just keeping me chill, you know?
I see a white noise machine
White noise,
in your future.
100%.
All appliances, like a stand mixer, a air fryer, you know.
Yeah. Very calm. Yes, white noise machine brought to you by the kitchen appliances. Yeah.
So we're just gonna do a nice stir and fold here.
Okay, let's keeping all of as much of that air in there.
That's right. We still have the baking powder and baking soda in there. So it's not like we're not gonna get any rise if we do overmix this, so it's great. A little bit of a backup plan in case.
Totally. This is beautiful.
Okay, and then into a coated loaf pan we go.
Okay.
And we've actually coated here with a little bit of cooking spray and castor sugar.
Oh.
I love using castor sugar instead of flour because if you can add a little more flavor, why not?
Flavor and a crunch.
That's right, because it's
Yeah.
gonna caramelize in the oven as it bakes.
Love that.
Come on.
We like
Okay.
that.
I know, we are excited about texture. Yeah.
Okay, so here we go.
That is beautiful.
And then we're just gonna pop that into the oven.
Okay.
You can bake that cooked. You can bake that covered. I like to bake it covered just because it does hold a bit of the steam in, but it makes it so moist. And for this dessert, since we're serving it with other components,
Us 3 are learning. Yeah.
What do you cover it with? Like
just aluminum foil, or a pan or anything you have lying around.
Got it.
Yeah.
This is blowing my mind. This is why you own a bakery.
All
right.
I have another question. Could you bake it in another vessel, or is this really the ultimate vessel?
No,
to cook
you
this?
can use any vessel. So today we're baking at 325 degrees, anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. But if you use a larger pan, you can bake it for less time. You're using something smaller, then you'll bake it a bit longer.
Okay,
so it
cool.
really depends.
All right, now we've got that strange yogurt, again, with that thick consistency
So
here.
beautiful. Got great thick consistency.
Oh my gosh.
So right into that, the honey.
Yeah?
Okay. And then vanilla, you could help me with
Honey
that.
and yogurt are just, it makes you feel like you're in Greece.
Yes.
Right?
Honey, lemon zest to get that lemony, and always a little bit of salt, just to bring all those flavors out. And once you start stirring this and working all of it together, it will actually liquefy it and make it a bit softer, which is perfect. That's exact consistency we want for nice cream.
I can't wait to eat this. I'm so excited. All right, now real quick, what are we doing with these strawberries to get them going?
That's right. To finish these strawberries, we're just gonna macerate them.
Okay.
And what that means is we're really just tossing them with sugar. And the sugar will help draw out the moisture and concentrate those strawberry flavors. You can do it ahead of time, and I really recommend having at least 2 hours to let those sit to draw the moisture out.
It almost makes them a little jammy and saucy, almost like Sunday sauce.
Yes.
Some chopped basil, and if you're fancy and you got time, you can muddle your basil with your sugar first and then use it.
Yeah.
But here
Some
we go.
vanilla, little lemon juice, and some salt.
That's right, and some salt.
All right,
like
we're
when
gonna
you add
get
salt in that.
I know. Christopher knows how to balance that flavor. What are we doing to get this
That's
plated
right.
up?
Let's slice up our cake first. And if you have it from a loaf, you got this beautiful loaf here. I like to slice it into wedges. So we're gonna go for a bit of an angle here.
I love this.
Ah, look at that. And look at that texture on that. It's got a gorgeous crumb on it.
I was gonna say the steaming almost that you do with that covered baking method gives you the
Yes.
most beautiful even texture. It's almost puddingy.
That's right. It's got this gorgeous texture to
I like
this.
this.
It
I like
slices
this energy.
so nicely.
Yeah.
Slices beautifully.
Okay.
Okay, so let's take some of our yogurt first.
Okay.
Okay, and I like to splash it right into the middle here.
Okay, this is scary. I'm
And
excited.
then I'm gonna make a little bit of a divot with the back of the spoon.
Okay.
All right,
I feel like a DJ.
there you go.
Spin that yogurt.
Kitchen DJ.
Kitchen DJ. Okay,
Okay,
cool.
we're gonna take one wedge of our cake here.
Beautiful.
And I'm gonna slide it right up against the side here.
Oh, we are getting fancy.
Okay. Oh, we are getting very fancy here.
Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Okay,
do we have
love.
2 spoons? Maybe we can take some
I
strawberries.
got you.
Andrew and
That's
I
good.
are having a moment here.
Yeah,
This is
it's
so beautiful.
Yeah.
I feel like you're always looking at the end game. Like, what is it going to look like when I take it
got
to
it.
someone's table?
That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Because everybody likes a bit of a presentation, and you eat with your eyes first, right?
Well, Angie, like you said, you can make this all well in advance.
100%.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So we're gonna take some of these strawberries
Stop
and
it.
just load it into that well
Get
there.
out of here.
You know, trying to make a gorgeous little pile here because these strawberries are so delicious. And at this point, because the sugar has softened it a little bit, they're gonna be very juicy too. Very
Yes.
concentrated liquid to
Okay.
it.
So this is
Okay.
already beautiful.
Yeah.
We're gonna take some basil.
Okay.
And we're just gonna shred some of it on top.
Okay.
Some garnish and greenery.
Love this.
Okay.
I'm gonna go rogue. I'm gonna do whole leaf.
Ooh, yes.
Ooh, they're fancy.
And then finally, I love doing this little trick, but just taking some of that reserve syrup you have at the bottom. If you strained out your syrup, and you know what, if you have a little like container you can pour it from, like a soup container, you know, you just put it all around.
tableside pour?
A tableside pour all around.
Get out of here, Christopher Sue. This is absolutely beautiful. All right, this is what you do when you have cake, though. You share with people. So
go.
here you go, ladies.
my gosh.
This has honestly been such a delight. Come on
fun.
over,
Yes, yes,
Christopher.
Wow.
Let's get into this cake. Let's give it a taste. Okay.
Let's go.
You don't have to ask us twice.
I know. I was like,
Tender.
you guys have been wanting to eat this cake since we started making this cake.
Yeah.
Oh,
We might fight over the plate.
oh my gosh, Christopher! The texture, absolutely beautiful, out of control. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.